Where's my darling girl? Where's she gone? Hey, and my other one, there you go. Right, I know where you are now. Welcome everyone, and thank you so much for coming. I was upstairs madly getting ready. You know what it's like when you've got about 10 minutes to slap some face paint on and you haven't done your nails, and I had people arriving. I thought, oh my God, they're coming. So thank you so much. And some of you have travelled a very long way to be here tonight, and for that I am truly thankful. There are many people who have been involved in this project. Too many to do an Oscar-type speech and thank everyone, so you know who you are, and thank you so much. You've given your time and your talent to support both the book and tonight, and your generosity has been fantastic. Linda and James, who own this venue, can't be with us tonight, but they have worked hard to prepare it for us, because there are some of us who are going to stay overnight and party later. They have lent this venue to us, which is a very special wedding and events venue, as a gift to Women of Spirit. The support is just fantastic. I want to call your attention to the portraits of all the first volume participants around the room. As Lottie said, they're not the black ones. Most of them are here tonight. There's Sam, there's Gabrielle, there's, oh gosh, Chantal, I can see all out there, Mary. Please seek them out and engage with them, and ask them, you know, why they shared their story. There are little Prosecco stations all around, so whilst the speeches are happening, please help yourselves and enjoy. I have a couple of special thank yous, and the first one is to my mother, a truly spirited woman. It was, Mummy, without your support and your belief, this book would still be an idea in the pipeline, and the Women of Spirit movement would not yet be off the ground. Don't cry. I want to thank you for your loving support always, and for your belief in me, because it hasn't always been easy. And Lottie has a little bouquet to say thank you very much. Thank you. So, where did this all begin? Well, I can honestly say I didn't see this coming when, 12 years ago, I first had the idea of Women of Spirit as a university project. I was quite a late developer, frankly. Yes. All I wanted... What? No heckling, especially from my mother. All I really wanted to do was take better pictures of my daughters as they grew up, and there they are, as beautiful as ever, Lottie and Bea. And thank you for your help, darlings. And thank you for loving each other as much as you do as well. So, for my first project, when I interviewed the women, some amazing things happened. First, I noticed that they felt that telling their story was incredibly cathartic. And that was really rewarding in itself. But they actually told me things that I thought, I can't possibly put that out into the public. And so there's a thing about doing the right thing there. But also, I noticed that I was inspired by their journeys and awed at their strength of character and their desire to help others. And that helped me during a very difficult time in my life. And on looking up the meaning of the word spirit in the dictionary, I was absolutely delighted to find that it means the vital, animating essence of a person. The vital, animating essence of a person. You have that, Heather. And that is what I aim to capture in every woman's portrait, because I am actually a photographer. Now, all these years later, here we are, contributing to something which at its very heart is for the inspiration of other ordinary women. Ordinary women in times of heartbreak, loneliness or pain. And of course to celebrate the book participants' lives and how they've faced and overcome adversity in all its many guises. Next year is the 100th anniversary of the suffragettes winning the right for women to vote. 100 years ago, only 100 years ago, women could not be doctors, lawyers or jurors. They could not graduate from Cambridge or Oxford, and shockingly, rape within marriage was not a crime. only 100 years ago. Recent news makes me feel as though we haven't evolved very much in the last 100 years. The issues we face in today's society are totally indiscriminate, and we need to work together to tackle them. Only last month I listened with horror at a report that because so many women's refuge centres have closed down, or lack of funding means that those remaining don't have space, vulnerable women and their children are either having to sleep rough or being sent to centres for the homeless where there are also men in a bad place, or with no locks on the bathroom doors. We need to go back to basics. We need to enable women to have a strong sense of self so they don't end up in abusive relationships or unable to assert themselves in the workplace. The power of storytelling. For thousands of years, humans have been telling stories, and they are now an intrinsic part in our society and our culture. In fact, storytelling is one of the many things that define and bind our humanity. Stories can inform people's emotional lives. One study found that fiction, reading fiction, significantly increased empathy towards others, especially the people the readers initially perceived as outsiders, for example, people of a different race, colour or religion. We know that sometimes truth is stranger than fiction. Some of the stories in this book, you just could not make them up. So if fiction has the effect of increasing empathy towards others, how powerful might reading the stories in this book be? It's my vision to share our stories with women who need support and inspiration. Through these stories, patterns, clues and signposts will guide the reader towards inspiration, enlightenment and even some bright light bulb moments. What an incredible gift these women have given by sharing their pain and then their journey to enlightenment. I know that some of them found writing their story and revisiting painful times a real challenge, but without exception, they found the experience cathartic. While this isn't a typical self-help book, it is a highly accessible book which can certainly be used for guidance and inspiration. And now I am so excited and delighted to introduce three of our amazing women. Where the hell are you? I can't see you anywhere. To share a little bit about themselves and why they have chosen to share their stories. Carol, my darling,